Any business that wants to get to the top and stay there requires a dedicated team to implement a winning game plan. EisnerAmper's seasoned professionals provide business advisory and consulting services such as audit, accounting, tax, HR, outsourcing, and more. EisnerAmper business advisors help clients transform their companies, build capital, innovate processes, and mitigate risk. Whether you're in the first quarter or the fourth quarter, for industry-specific strategies that meet your needs, make EisnerAmper part of the solution. Visit EisnerAmper.com/solution.
The biggest games, they're all right here. This is 1050 ESPN, New York.
Can the Lakers make the playoffs without LeBron? No, I wasn't sure the Lakers could make the playoffs with LeBron.
This is the nightmare when it comes to the Lakers.
We could just shove aside that notion that they're going to advance beyond the play-in and get to the 6th seed, because without LeBron, that ain't happening.
It's unfortunate that LeBron went down, but injuries are a real part of our sport, and we got to step up and hold down the fort until he returns.
If you're a fan of LeBron James or the Lakers, you're saying, there goes my team's chances of making the playoffs.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max were presented by Progressive Insurance. Darvin Ham, Lakers head coach, says the Lakers anticipate LeBron James will return, quote, at some point. Good news for the Lakers, because after those trades...
Yeah, this gets me hyped, man. This brings me back to college. This song brings me back to college, kid. It's down south, man. Y'all ain't with it out west. Y'all ain't with it.
I get it.
Loved it.
You know what I mean?
You want to wave your T-shirt and like a helicopter, too?
Yeah, man. Wait. White T-shirts and jeans were in back then, man. Come on, man.
No, I'm just saying.
artists,
You said down south college. That was the college days.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I get it. I understand. I'm not completely lost.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Max.
That's all right. When you derail him, it's
the Lakers.
Come on, man.
The Lakers have come up with some pieces in recent years, like even going back to when they drafted Kyle Kuzma, right? Like late in the first round, he immediately starts scoring as a rookie. But the point is, he was a rotation piece right away. Caruso. Now you have
Well, Caruso was homegrown.
Yeah, let him for sure.
But let him get out of the building.
They just figure this out.
Austin Reeves. It's a real NBA
right,
player.
No, but this is not an 8-minute game. Yeah.
As opposed to a plastic NBA player?
Yes, as opposed to a dude who's sitting there on the bench is never really going to get minutes.
He won you a game.
He scored 35 points, not by accident.
He knocked down, 30-something the other night?
Yeah.
Doing his
35. I mean, and then with Beasley, and they trade for D'Angelo Russell, they have a supporting cast now if LeBron and AD can stay healthy, right?
Like
and
a supporting
LeBron,
cast to win a chip or just a supporting cast?
I don't know, man. Depends on what LeBron and AD do.
Jay, I feel the same way that Max. I'm never going to really, especially when it comes to basketball, I'm not going to agree with Max because he's a fake Laker fan. But where LeBron James is repeating everything that Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's already done.
Key, I'm gonna give you a quick story.
They can see him.
Key, I'm gonna give you a quick story. So obviously playing for the Bulls and having MJ's locker was something that I don't care. Like I was like, yo, ain't nobody sat here in a couple of years. We haven't been winning games. I'm gonna sit here. But I had one of the best experiences of my life after that summer being hurt working out with Tim Grover. So, Tim Grover had this facility in Chicago where everybody, I'm talking about everybody came there. Ray Allen, Gary Payton, Scottie Pippen, and all these cats came there to hoop for pickup games throughout the summer. So we all worked out together. And one time it was myself, Q Rich, Jason Richardson, we were all working out, and MJ was working out. MJ was not working out with anybody else. He was off with Tim Grover on his own side court working out. And guys like, yo, come on, we gonna hoop. He's like, man, I don't need none of you. I'm cool. And he kept telling us he's cool the whole time. Like, that is the MJ mystique, right? Everybody's in the gym working out, playing pickup. This dude didn't look at nobody, didn't talk to nobody, was on his own side court with everybody else in the gym working out by himself. That's how MJ was. That's what made him different. Bron would be working out with us. Bron would be shooting hoops with us, playing pickup. It's just a different style from different eras.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what all that. It's just an observation by a player about people's reactions. I don't think it means anything about who's better or worse.
It's psychological warfare, though.
But I also feel like
He said a lot, though.
Yeah, it makes.
He didn't just say that. He said some other stuff too.
What else he said?
Coming up, let's get into it. Let's get into it a little bit, and then one of Jay's dreams may have come to an end. We'll explain that after he has this word from O'Reilly. Hey,
be more confident in your car and get your battery tested for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts. If your battery does need to be replaced, their professional parts people will help you find the right Superstar battery for your vehicle right now. You can get up to $15 gift card after rebate with purchase and select Superstar batteries. Get the power, the performance, and reliability of Superstar batteries exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Greeny.
We haven't won in 50 years. You're writing off Aaron freaking Rodgers before he even gets here? Have you watched him throw a ball?
Weekday mornings at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio. This is Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Engagement rings now up to 40% off. You found the one. Now find the ring at Sales, the diamond store.
We're bringing big back. It's bigger, cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. Y'all hungry? Better be hungry.
The overtime went into overtime. What do? You turn to DiGiorno to be MVP. MV Pizza. Fresh baked taste. The winning move. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
So what's the use? Wow! I'm falling in love.
Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off on menu price Domino's pizzas when you order online right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now? Right now.
50% off, honey, right now.
Now through the end of the week, get 50% off on menu price pizzas when you order online at Domino's.
You got the rings?
Hello? You guys don't look that bad.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Luxury that lets you feel infinitely you.
The XFL gets you closer to football than ever before.
That's Nebraska.
Where anything could happen.
They're going to look for a double pass. Downfield, wide open. Touchdown, Houston.
This is the XFL. Week 6 of the XFL kicks off Saturday on ABC and FX, continues on ABC Sunday, and wraps up Monday on ESPN2. Need arch support, but orthotics make your shoes too tight? Now there's CopperFit Arch Relief Plus, the revolutionary adjustable orthotic arch supports that form fit to your feet, not your shoes, so you can comfortably wear them in any shoes.
Every shoe that I have, it makes a difference in. Whether I'm barefoot, wearing flip-flops, basketball shoes, running shoes.
A copper-infused adjustable compression band with a built-in semi-rigid orthotic arch support for support and pain relief exactly where you need it, whenever you want it. So thin, so comfortable for plantar fasciitis, fallen arches, flat feet.
I feel a huge difference. It fits perfectly right where there's pressure on my feet.
The fast, easy way to get foot relief, guaranteed, or your money back. Order now at archreliefplus.com in your choice of black or beige, or call 1-800-278-9227.
Doesn't matter what you're wearing. This fits your foot fits your shoes. That's it.
Arch Relief Plus, only from CopperFit.
Dan, should the Packers or the Jets feel more urgency to get this thing done?
Both of them. Both of them want this deal to get done. The Jets have made it abundantly clear that whatever's needed or whatever steps are necessary to happen, we're going to do it to get Aaron Rodgers. We got a Super Bowl caliber defense. We got skill weapons galore. He's the quarterback that we believe can lead us to at least having a chance to win the Super Bowl. The Packers were feeling the need to make this move 3 years ago when they drafted Jordan Love. That's just the reality. The urgency for them to get this deal done is just as big as the Jets need to. Both sides want to move on. The Packers have literally come out and said, it is time for us to move on. And the Jets have made it clear that that's the guy. And Marcus and I got into this last week, and we're about to do it again. We live in this world where, like, the Packers just can hang around, that they can be patient. It's no big deal. What? They want Aaron Rodgers out of the building. They want to move on to Jordan Love. This is a new era in Green Bay. Could you imagine going, hey, we've had this quarterback for 15 years, and he's a Hall of Famer, and he's become, I guess, a little bit of a lightning rod, but we want to give you the football team. It's your team now, but he's still going to just hang around. We don't know when he's going to be gone, and you'll probably be asked about it a ton, and he's still going to be the face of our franchise since he's still on our roster, and fans love him, but we want you to take control of the locker room, and we want you to be the leader of our organization. That can't happen. The Packers got to get rid of him. They got to move him just as much as the Jets want him.
Let me say this. I'm not trying to act like the Packers don't need to do this. But let's be very, very clear that the Jets are in a must situation, a desperate situation. Let's stop this now.
Thank you.
Okay, let's stop this.
You can catch First Take every weekday, 10 Eastern on ESPN.
Kicks it outside. Randall thought about a three. I will slow it down behind the line, dribbling between the legs. Backs up. He tries another three. Oh, my goodness. He hits another one. We are tied at 101. And what we're seeing tonight from Julius Randle is epic.
That's how it sounded on 98.7 ESPN New York as Julius Randle went off a career-high 57 points. And it looked like that was going to be enough to bring the Knicks all the way back on the T-Wolves, but it was not because Taurean Prince would not miss. T-Wolves win 140-134. Prince with a season-high 35 went 8 for 8 from three-point range for the Timberwolves. Meantime, Zach LaVine scored 26 points and DeMar DeRozan added 25 as the Chicago Bulls beat Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers 109-105 in double OT, snapping Philadelphia's 8-game win streak. Embiid finished with 37, 16, and 3 blocks in the loss. Ninth-seeded Miami upset Indiana 70-68 in the second round as the number 1 seed was sent home for the second consecutive day in the women's NCAA tournament. It's the first time in 25 years that 2 number 1 seeds failed to reach the Sweet 16 in women's March Madness. SportsCenter is brought to you by eBay Motors. The championship team is about how each player is a perfect fit. Same with your vehicle. So for parts that fit, head to eBay Motors and look for the green check. Stay in the game with eBay Guaranteed Fit. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Can the Lakers make the playoffs without LeBron?
No, I wasn't sure the Lakers could make the playoffs with LeBron.
This is the nightmare when it comes to the Lakers.
We could just shove aside that notion that they're going to advance beyond the play-in and get to the 6th seed, because without LeBron, that ain't happening.
It's unfortunate that LeBron went down, but injuries are a real part of our sport, and we got to step up and hold down the fort until he returns.
If you're a fan of LeBron James or the Lakers, you're saying, there goes my team's chances of making the playoffs.
Keyshawn, J. Will and Max, ESPN Radio. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. So Mario Chalmers says nobody is afraid of LeBron, former NBA point guard in Shambles podcast. Listen to this.
Nobody fears LeBron. Nobody's like, damn, I gotta go play this Bron tonight. Nobody said that. I don't know why.
Right.
Because I've seen people be scared when they actually line up to him, but they're not scared thinking about that matchup.
Right.
You hear anybody from that era talk about going against Jordan, there's a fear.
Right.
So when you have people that fear a player, then that's telling you something different already. Like, Jordan's just that guy, like, everything was, I want to be like Mike.
But see, I'm having a hard time understanding what he means, because he's saying the same thing. 1 minute you don't fear him off the court when you're watching him in film and doing those sort of things, but then once you step on the court, you fear LeBron. So I don't understand how that can be. I understand Mike is the man, and like I said before, Mike did things differently, where LeBron and Kobe playing catch up to how the aura was, how Michael Jordan presentation and package was, where LeBron and Kobe had to catch up to that because Michael Jordan was the first to do it. So I'm a little confused on Mario as far as what he's actually saying.
I just think he's making an observation. What I don't like is that, like, if it comes off that he's in Jordan's camp, right? There's Jordan, LeBron camp. Jordan doesn't need the extra help. Like, if it sounds like people start to do that, what I don't like is it sounds like they think Jordan needs help in the argument. No, he doesn't. The record speaks for itself. Like, Kobe was great. LeBron's great. All these guys are great. Jordan, in his day, was a little bit better. And the record shows it. Anywhere you want to look, championships, record in championships. This actually undersells Jordan, because it's accounting, like how many career points. He didn't play as long, but his career average is the highest of all time. His career playoff average scoring is the highest of all time, higher than the regular season. His PER per season, highest of all time for average for his career. Even if you look at win shares of all the non-centers, he has the most. He has like 3 seasons before anyone else pops up. So, like, he doesn't need extra credit. Like, oh, also in his day, people feared him. Whatever. Maybe that's true. Maybe they feel differently because of what Jay says about AAU ball and everything. Maybe LeBron leads a different way. Certainly, LeBron has compiled more points than Jordan over his career. He played longer, but, like, MJ doesn't need extra credit in this debate.
Don't you think there's an element of social media involved in this, and how visible LeBron is? Like, the one thing I could tell you as a former player, I never saw MJ anywhere. Like, and if I did, it was key. We were just talking about him and his security guy, Gus Lett, right? Like, he was always rolling security. It was like, hey, what's up? You might see him at the craps table. You might see him gambling here or there. You might see him shooting J's up, but it was always like isolated, always on his own. It wasn't like with the crew of other players. He was always dolo, always solo.
Only time MJ would hang out, and that was with Charles Barkley for the most part.
Or Oak, right?
In Oak, that was really it.
Exactly.
That was one of the
ace from that was his little crew, right? But like with LeBron, we've seen, because of social media, you've seen everything. So I feel like a lot of players now feel like they grew up with LeBron. Like, oh, I know the decision and the access, and I got a chance to work with him on Spring Hill and all this stuff. So I feel like that proximity to LeBron doesn't make him, I kind of like, not as fear, because people feel like they know him, where people didn't feel like they knew MJ like that.
They can touch him. Yeah. At any given moment is visibility. And one of the things that always stuck with me and will always stick with me is when Michael Jordan told me, you don't need to be everywhere. This was when I was young in New York. He said, the less they see of you, the better off you are.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's something to this? Because this occurs to me. You look at LeBron's style versus, say, Kobe and MJ, because Kobe's game was modeled on MJ's. It was identical, and then he tried to make refinements to it, right, as time goes on. But they both had a very similar mentality, game, size, position, the whole thing. LeBron's game looks to me Like, he is trying to elevate the people he's with. He's trying to bring a group up. And Jordan and Kobe's games look like they want to rip your heart out.
There's
right? It's directed
there's
at
a meanness.
There's a
with those
meanness.
two.
Their primary objective is to kill the enemy, is to beat the opponent. Whereas LeBron's is to elevate the people around him.
I'll give you an example of what Mario Chalmers is talking about. And I get that LeBron James in Miami was the villain, but just go look at the Redeem Team. If you ever get a chance to watch that doc, like, watch LeBron talk about Kobe when they were playing against Spain. And Kobe, before the game even started, said, yo, the first possession, I'm going to run through this cat. He talked about running through Paul Gasol to set a tone. And literally the first play, Paul Gasol was trying to set a flare screen. Kobe just put his head down, boom, ran this dude over. And LeBron was like, yo, I can't believe he did. Like, that's the kind of meanness that Kobe and Michael had, where you're seeing LeBron that kind of has to be pushed to that sometimes.
But I mean, there's a difference in mentality
Do you really believe, though, Jay, he's got to be pushed to that? I mean, like, come on.
No, I know. I kind of believe when he was in Miami, when he accepted the role as a villain, Key, it was like a part of the maturity level you saw with him that was different.
When he was in Miami, he was a kid still.
Yeah, I hear you.
He was think about when he came from high school.
True.
So he still was a kid in Miami. He was not full-grown adult-like.
Do you think there's that same level of meanness and it's been sustained with LeBron as it has been with Kobe and Mike?
I think his meanness is a little bit different because, much like you say, we all got access to LeBron. We all didn't have access to Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. They were isolated. They worked out by themselves in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
LeBron James is calling us up and saying, let's go get some run in. So it's a little bit, quite laugh.
It's different.
It's different. It's a different feel when you talk to LeBron, Kobe, and Michael. It's like, it's a different feel.
Kobe and Mike, I feel like I don't know what to say. Whereas with LeBron, I'm like, what up, my G? Like, I just kick it. It's just, I don't know why. It's just different.
I'll include Larry Bird in the Kobe Michael category of the people who get what they get out of it is the pain, is the suffering of the other guy. They want to beat the other guy more, like versus like Magic, LeBron. There are some personalities that love the feeling of winning and bringing a group along. And there's some personalities where the best part is the suffering of the other guy. Jordan made me feel like he wanted to let the other guy know that he was better than him. Larry Bird even talked about the best part about winning the championship. The best part was Magic suffering in the other locker room. It's a different way of thinking about things.
When you do things by yourself, people look at you a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wasn't a throw with everybody guy. I worked out by myself. I just didn't deal with people. So people looked at me as a, you know what, and this and that, because I wasn't talking to people but there's other guys that we getting ready to go throw with all these guys. And I'm like, no, that's not. It's just your comfort zone where you're at. And that's where LeBron is. He likes to work out with other people. He likes to do business with other people, where Kobe is isolated and Michael Jordan was isolated.
Rick Pitino, by the way,
Hey.
agreed to a 6-year deal with St. John's.
Welcome back to the
And
garden.
Jay, some bad news.
Uh-oh.
Your plan only worked halfway. Georgetown hires Ed Cooley. We're going to get into it. KJM, ESPN Radio.
Celebrating Women's History Month on ESPN Radio.
Have you ever seen anyone more complete than Taurasi? One of the all-time greats in this league.
Diana Taurasi's name is synonymous with basketball greatness at all levels. She began with 3 NCAA titles at UConn and turned that success into 3 WNBA championships and 2 finals MVPs.
Taurasi for the record!
Diana Taurasi coming through in the clutch.
No one in WNBA history has scored more than Taurasi. On the international stage, she led Team USA to 5 Olympic gold medals. Taurasi changed the game of women's basketball, and in the process, inspired the next generation to follow in her footsteps.
Celebrating Women's History Month on ESPN Radio.
This ring is a commitment. After we got married, I got very sick. He would come every day to help me walk again. And now I'm back. This is a reminder
that love endures all.
Express your extraordinary love.
Jared, love brilliantly.
The hiring process used to be the death of me, but with Upwork, the hiring process is fast and flexible. Behold all that talent. This is how we work now.
We're bringing big back. It's bigger, cheesier. The big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. Y'all hungry? Better be hungry.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now.
Can you hear me calling out your name? I wanna be with you everywhere.
How does Popeye's chicken sandwich get so crunchy, juicy, and tasty? We make everything with love. Make your taste buds dance for $4.99.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. And they felt dramatic and fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
ABC Hockey Saturday. Two of hockey's best in a primetime showdown.
We've been battling against each other for a long time, and it's a lot of fun.
The Grade 8 squares off against Sid the Kid. A legendary rivalry.
It's a great battle between me and Sid, and, it's great for hockey.
Get ready for the rush. Capitals Penguins, Saturday on ABC and ESPN+.